Well, hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, or good night, no matter where you are in the world. Uh, I have to, first of all, start by saying thank you very much for all those people who have been in touch with me and asking me how well I'm doing. Um, Now, I did take my sixth session of chemo, uh, or maybe about 4 weeks ago now, maybe five. But it really did knock me back. And so I haven't been in any fit state to be able to do this. So that's why you haven't seen anything. But anyway, I'll just bring you up to date with what's happened. So I've had my sixth session. Now I thought that was it, just six. But it turns out that I was actually down for 10, but I was told I only had to do six. Um, so there are another 4 sessions to go. Uh, so I'm not looking forward to that, to be honest, because after I had my sixth session, it absolutely floored me. I was really zonked. I was really very significant fatigue, and yeah, sleeping a lot, but not just physically, but also mentally. Um, I'm writing some books at the moment, but I just couldn't stand being on the computer for more than an hour, and then I'd be going, "Whoa, that's it. That's enough for me. I'll have to go and have a lie down." Yeah. So anyway, so I had the sixth session, and then went and had a blood test before I went to see the oncologist again, Paula Barlow, and my PSA had decreased again, but it wasn't that significant. It went from 15.3 down to 14.2. So in our discussions, she said, "Okay, so it seems that you've reached a little bit of a plateau between your quality of life and also the benefit that you're getting from the chemo." So she said it might be a good idea if you just take a rest for now, give your body a chance to recover, and then we'll discuss it again. And that meant after, I think it was about a week, might have been 2 weeks, I had to go for a scan again. So they've scanned me and that sort of thing. And next Tuesday, I go to see Paula again, and she'll give me the results of the scan. But at the moment, as I say, it's just that little, evening out, if you like. Carry on. How much benefit do I actually get? So that's where we're up to. And look, my hair's growing. It's amazing. So obviously my body is recovering. I can't, this person in front of me, I just can't see it. I still shock myself every time I walk into the bathroom and look in the mirror. Who's this fat ball bastard just walking around our house? So I'm not used to it yet. But anyway, looks like the hair's coming back. Yes. This time I'm going to let it grow really long. I'm going to become a John Lennon. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, physical fatigue, that was terrible. Oh, food. Yeah, I couldn't taste any food. It was murder. I was eating it, so I knew what it was like. I've actually got a friend from Canada, Gary, and he had some chemo or radiation treatment on his throat for a cancerous tumor or something. He's got no taste whatsoever. And he said he eats, but he remembers what it tasted like. So when I could taste, it was that. I never drunk Coke before, never. But now it's my favourite drink, Coke Zero, and yeah, it tastes great. And I mentioned this to Paula, and she says, "Oh yeah, because it's so sort of far out there. It's very tart and very heavy taste. So that's why I can taste it." Anyway, since then, now that I've suspended and I haven't taken the 7th session, my taste is coming well. You can probably tell from the way I'm talking. I'm more articulate now. My thought process are better. I'm working for quite a few hours now on the computer and that sort of thing, so that's quite good. Now, I did have 4 sessions of carboplatin. Now, that was introduced because it suited my DNA deformities, if you like, whatever it is. Yeah. So now we've dropped that out because the side effects are quite severe, as she said. So if I go back on to take my next 4 sessions, which I will at some stage, I'm assuming, it'll be the doxytaxel. So I'll continue with that, and probably that won't have the same effects on me, the side effects. So I'm taking a bit of a break. I had a scan just a few days ago, and I'll get the results of that next week. I may have just mentioned that. Now, what else was I going to mention to you? Yes, during the fatigue, I couldn't walk around the house even. So I've had to have a little walker, and I use that. I've had to rely on Barb and Peter to look after me, basically, all the time, bring me things or do whatever I needed. I have mentioned to you before that, and I think this is the carboplatin, but I'm not sure. You get tingling of your nervous system at the ends of your fingers, and in my case, in the palms. Now, this could be permanent, so it's best to sort of keep rubbing them and going like that. On my feet, and I think I've mentioned this before, my left foot is okay. My right foot, the last 3 digits are very sort of numb. Okay, so Pete gets in there and he really sort of massages them and gets them going again. But I have to have this every day. Because I don't want that to be a permanent fixture, like where I can't feel the last 3 digits on my feet. So got to keep that going. I'm feeling much better, as you can probably tell from the way I'm talking and that sort of thing. And as I say, I can work on the computer a bit. Now, just sort of talking about the computer, I don't think there's anything I need to tell you either medically or about the side effects or anything like that. I'm writing some books, as I mentioned to you. Well, the first one is my autobiography. Now, that's called The Arriving and Leaving of Liverpool. It's with the publishers. It's on its 2nd edit. They've sent me the 2nd edit now. We've got to design the interior with little photos or diagrams or whatever. So they're working on that at the moment. Had a very interesting talk with the person who's going to do the marketing. Oh my God, I didn't know marketing was so complicated. I couldn't understand half the bloody words she was saying when she's talking about Facebook and your website design and the linkages and how you've got to reinvent, if you like, your Facebook page and all this sort of thing. So it's going to be quite a job, this, and LinkedIn and Instagram and all this sort of thing, and having it all linked in together, and then having to go out to bookshops and have signing ceremonies and all this sort of thing. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to do that, but anyway, so it's quite interesting. The other thing is that they're going to do a digital version of the book, not for um, not for anything other than to send to people for them to read it digitally and come up with a review. She says these reviews are so important. So I'm going to be sending these out to all of you so you can read the book. This will be free as long as you do a review. And then, of course, the book will be printed and published and all the rest of it on Amazon and all sorts of things, Ingram Spark and all that sort of thing. So that's it. It's quite an interesting journey. So that's going to happen sometime later in the year. That'll all be done. Now, what else is? Oh yes, now my second book relates to what I'm doing now. All this cancer, prostate cancer, and that sort of thing. The title of that, I've come up with the title. It's "There's Something Wrong with My Feet. Will My Willy Fall Off?" Now, to understand that title, you're going to have to read the book, aren't you? So, I'm going to be finished that in a couple of weeks or something. Well, I've been saying that for a while, but that was when I had my brain fog, and I wasn't able to complete it in a couple of weeks. But I'm almost there, and it's quite interesting because it goes through the whole journey that I've taken. And if any of your friends or you or anyone at all has something to do with prostate cancer, they should read this book. And hopefully their willies won't fall off. We'll see. Okay, so that's about all the news, weather and sports for today. I've just been watching Everton against Manchester City, and it ended up 3-3, but Everton should have won like about 6-3, to be honest. And but they didn't. Never mind. It's getting to the end of the season now, only 4 games left, and or 3 games left, and then we're into the World Cup. I'm glad I'm not going to the World Cup. I had a look at a website the other day. It said something like if an English supporter wants to go to the World Cup, it's going to cost them about £6,000 once they've paid for the airfare, their ticket, the transport from the hotel to the ground, the hotel itself. It's a real money spinner for the Americans, and it's not for the average Joe who wants to go and watch the World Cup. So that's so disappointing. It's supposed to be for the people. But anyway, that's enough about that. That's all the news, weather and sports for today, and I'll keep you updated with what happens with my scan when I see Paula Barlow next Tuesday. So, keep healthy, everyone. Good luck to everyone, and peace up. See you guys. Bye for now.